In the first video in this series, I shared with you the 4 additional roles that you can assign to make your conference call more interesting, fruitful and dynamic. In this video, I want to cover 4 tools that keep the energy up on conference calls. But before we get into the tools, I do want to address a key blocker for using the tools effectively. For lots of reasons, we're actually not very comfortable making use of them on calls. It can feel awkward, unfamiliar, and feel like we're drawing attention to ourselves. But what if you refocused on your mission being to do your job well, have strong relationships, and deliver solid results? Reminding ourselves of what we're there to make happen can be a good way of reframing how we feel about using the tools. Reframing helps us feel less self-conscious and actually lets us show up the way we'd like others to view us. Okay, let's get into it. Chat is great for people to say hello to the group without interrupting the speaker. As the organizer or presenter, you can encourage people to drop a line on the chat channel. As the mood chief, you can be the person that says hello back and privately checks in on latecomers and settles them in quickly. Chat is great for those of us who find conference calls intimidating or find it hard to jump in with what we want to say. Knowing there's a mood chief looking out for us makes interaction easier and more inviting. Chat is also a good place to build up a queue of questions and comments. The presenter can stop periodically to check what people are saying and answer their questions. And finally, it's a great place to share key names, links to websites or documents, or other resources without interrupting the flow of a presentation. I don't need to explain what these functions do, but I do want to point out that the humble pointer and highlighter do create on-screen movement. This helps us keep up with what you're saying. Depending on your work culture, you may think that emojis don't have a place in work settings, but I think if you get the protocol right, they can be really great as shortcuts to gauge the mood of everyone on the call and offer really easy ways for everyone to comment, acknowledge others, and celebrate an achievement. It's worth taking the time to identify emojis that have a place in your work and set them up as your favorites to quickly access and use. For example, a selection like this can show people's feelings, allow them to celebrate, and bring personality and culture into conversations. Share the weather, tell a story about your commute, remind people of the time, introduce an announcement with a drum roll, ask for the opportunity to say something, and let the people who are speaking know if you agree or enjoy their presentation. Recording the whole call can be great for those of us unable to attend. We can catch up later. Recording also offers another value. Sometimes taking notes can get in the way of an important and detailed conversation. If you know you're about to head into that territory, it might be worthwhile recording that part of the conference call so that you can focus on being fully present. You can make notes afterwards. Just make sure you get everyone's permission to record and make sure you delete the files once you're done. It's really worth taking 10 to 15 minutes to get comfortable with whatever platform you use. Do dummy runs, rehearse your presentation so you find out where all these tools are and how you can access them quickly without having to think too hard or feel embarrassed for not knowing how to use them. What are your favourite tools on conference calls and why do you like them? Check out my final video to learn about the best 4 techniques for getting more engagement. I'll be showing you how to bring the 4 roles, 4 tools and 4 techniques all together for truly engaging conference calls.